Hey everyone, how's it going? So what we'll do now is style this. We added these user detail elements, but they're not styled, so they don't look very good. So let's go ahead and add some CSS to that. So we'll do it in the browser, as we usually do, and hopefully I'll remember to actually copy it across to our CSS file this time when I save it. So anyway, in our CSS file, I've scrolled to the bottom, and what element do we want to style? I think it's the user details element. If I scroll down, we got our user details container right here. So user details container is the element we're going to style first. So in here, we'll say dot user details container. In fact, at the start of that, I'm going to say profile header container space user details container, because I think we're going to use this style later on in the course when we come to do the search functionality where you can search for users. I think we're going to reuse that class name later on. So let's put profile header container there as well, so that this style will only be applied to this profile page elements. Okay, so the first thing we'll do is say display flex, and you can see that pushes them all on one line. Not what we want though, so let's say flex direction is going to be column. So now they're all in one column, so one above the next. And then finally, we'll say padding, and that's going to be 0 on the top and bottom, and then var dash dash spacing on the left and right. So it just adds a little bit of space on the side right there. I think that might be it. Let me just check. I think the display name is already getting the bold style from when we used that above. Yeah, display name is already styled by other code we wrote. Same for username. I think we're good here. Of course, we have to style these the following and the followers one as well. So let's do that. So what were the classes on those? Followers container. Let's do that one. Okay, so in the sources tab at the bottom, we will say dot followers container. And actually, I don't think we're going to style this element on its own at all. I think we're always going to style elements inside of it, but that's fine. We'll leave this part here, but then we'll also just add another element there. So we'll style the value element, which is the one inside of it, which is right here. Okay, so we're styling the number essentially. And this one is going to have font weight bold, so you can see it goes like a thicker font weight. And then the last thing we'll say there is just margin right. Right is going to be 5 pixels, like that. Okay, so it just adds a little bit of space between the number and the actual text itself. Alright, next thing we'll do is to style the other span, so this this following and followers text. So I'm copying this code block here that we just wrote, paste it below, get rid of those. And then what we're going to do, these ones don't have a class, so we could go and give these a class, but what I'm going to do is just target it like this. I will say span, and then colon, and then not, like this, and inside there I will put the dot value, and this will apply to all of the spans inside of the follows container which don't have the class value, which essentially is just these two text elements. Okay, and then all we're going to do in there is just say color, and then var, var, and then dot dot. And do we have gray text? Yeah, we do. Let's use that. Alright, there's one more thing to do, and that's to say dot followers container, and then a, so we're styling the anchor tag inside there, and all we're going to do in there is just say margin right is going to be 15 pixels, so add some space between the two of them. And then actually there's one more thing, and it's the same as this but with a hover, so copy that, paste it there, get rid of those, get rid of that line, let's get rid of that, and this is going to be a colon hover. Alright, and this is it, just one more line in here. We'll then just say border bottom is going to be 1px solid, and then the color is just going to be black, so 000, or you can just write black if you want to. So what have we just done? Well, we've added the underline when you hover over this element. I don't know why, that's just what Twitter does, or at least that's what it did when I was making this myself, so I just copied it. So yeah. Alright, so let's not forget to copy all of that code, go back to our CSS file and replace it, and let's just refresh the page to make sure we still have it, and we do. Awesome.